Hey, what up? My name is Caustic, and I'm going to be showing you how to make impacts like these. Also, all the sounds that we do make through this will be available in the description below, so if you'd like to grab a couple of free impacts yourself, they will be available there for you. The only tool that you will need for this entire process is the Convolution Reverb from Ableton. It's available in your packs that you can download. But yeah, you download this and you get two other kinds of reverbs as well, but we're just looking for the Convolution Reverb Pro at the moment. We're going to come down to the impulse responses, and we are going to go to the Giant Basilica. You are pretty much done at this point. It's just kind of adding all of the bells and whistles and kind of tuning, but I can kind of show you how I personally do that. This is what a kick drum sounds like without the convolution reverb on it. And then we have the convolution reverb with the kick here. As I said, you are pretty much done at this point, but we're going to start adding bells and whistles. I'm going to also be tying in my last video that I had posted about adding bass fills using Portal and just using a whole bunch of randomization. We're actually going to be using those sounds in this as well, and so you can start to begin to develop your own very unique impacts that are made only by you. But yeah, so I am a person that likes a sweep before my impact. I start most of my songs this way, and so I just like making most of my impacts this way. That way, if you don't want the sweep, you can just cut it off, but at least it's there for you. So I'm going to just come down and find a sweep here. That's sick. Okay, so now we're going to put this right before the kick drum, and we have all of this grouped here through the convolution reverb. So all together. But we got our sweep here, and now we can come down and we can go to Foley, and we could add some like weird textures. That's sick. So we could do something like this here. And we can stretch this out a little bit too, make it a little bit more weird. And I'm going to just add an auto filter at the end of this here, and so these can kind of go down like so. I think that's too abrupt. We can do like A bars. Okay, cool. So this auto filter actually fixes this, so it's okay. And we don't get all that noise there. But yeah, let's start recording this. So I am going to make, green is great. So now we're going to jump into resampling here. And all right, now since we have this down, we can start messing around with this. So I'm going to actually go to some of the Portal sounds that I made in the past video here, and just my whole collection of little weird glitchy sounds. Yeah, and then we can just kind of like replace these audios and add whatever we'd like to them. This would be super sick. All right, so now we got this Portal sound here. We can kind of turn that down. And then we could add something else, maybe like coins or something like that. Let me hop down here to my textures. And we could do tonal. Ooh, that's cool. And now we can record this again. Now we can do like a different sweep and a different kick here, and we could also kind of change up all of this here. Yeah, we could do something like that. Have this kind of swell off at the end of it. We could change out the sweep here. And these sweeps will also kind of dictate the overall noise on top of the impact here, which I think is super sick too. Let's grab another glitch. Yeah, sure, why not? And we could cut this off here. Now, if you wanted to add even more randomness, rather than like trying to find the perfect sample, what you can do here is you can make a drum rack. And we can come in here. I'm going to mute this kick here. You can find some of your favorite kicks or just any kicks, really. I'm going to be using these Virtual Riot kicks just because they are really nice here. But I'm going to just kind of select a good chunk of them. And we could drag them into the drum rack here. And now what we can do is we can do a randomizer. Or just a random. And we'll kind of put this in before the drum rack here. And now, with these choices, it can select up to 12 choices off of the other notes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We have a lot more than 12 here, which is okay. So I'm going to just increase this all the way up to 24 intervals. If you fill up the entire drum rack, you will only be getting the first 24. So just be a little careful of that unless you want to, you know, kind of play around with these and make it jump all over in octaves. But what we can do here is we can come in and we can set a note at the very bottom. So you can kind of see what that sounds like with all the different kind of tonalities. I'm going to put chance up at 100%, so it is 100% randomizing. It's not playing the same kick over and over. 24 up and 1 interval here. Now I'm going to add a utility and then just boost it up 5 dB. Just because that's roughly around where all of these kicks would be sitting if they were not put into the simpler. And you don't have to go around and crank the volume for each one of these. So now what we can do is hop down and we can grab another little kind of glitch. And we could do a little bit more different kind of sounding Foley. You can do however many you want. It's personal preference and completely up to you. I like that one. We could just do something like simple like this. We could do something weird with this one. Yeah, we could do like some little radio static or something. But now we can record this and see what we get. I like that. That's cool. Sounded like a little insect or a little bug. And then what you could do here too is you can get really kind of weird with this and you can stretch it out and then jump down to texture here and you can mess around with the grain size and the flux. And then now you get a whole new and yeah, you can record however many you want. But yeah, we got some cool impacts. Anyways, that's how you make your own impacts. Hope you enjoyed. Make sure to hit that like button and that subscribe button if you enjoyed. Stay up to date with the content, and I will see you in the next video.